So root. So this root is connected with app component. So this is called component for React framework. What is component and how do we can create our own component? We will see later. But just know that this is a component. So this component is imported from .app file. So what is the app file? Here we go with the app file. So in the app file we can see the whole thing. What is the output of our entire application? So if we delete all those things and type just is1 and hello. Okay, type just is1 and hello. Save changes. Look the output. This is not the output. Yep, hello. So the main component is app.js. This is a component. So now we will see how to build our own component. Just create a new folder under the source folder and name it components. Components. You can actually name it whatever you want in the folder name. And under the component, we will make a new file. New file. We will name it todo and .jsx. This is a JSX file. JSX file is the newer version of JS, a modified JS language. So we will use that JSX file. So actually, we're gonna build a brand new component for us. So at the very first, we have to import the React component. Import React, and this is the form to import the component from React. This is built in, and we can create a class for our own components. We can name it a very meaningful name, but one thing we have to in our mind, that is the first letter must be capital, and this class will inherit the component class. Here we can call another build method, render, and inside render we can simply return something. Into return we can call the is1 and hello. This is our very first component. Okay, so this is our very first component, saying that hello, this is our very first component. So instead of in the app.js or in the index.js, instead of using the app component, we can use our own component named todo. So this is our component, and we can use this instead of app. So just paste it here, todo. But from where this todo is came from, our application don't know that. We have to inform our application. This is by importing the todo, what we made todo from. So here we are in the index.js file right now. The index.js file is inside the source file, but we have to go inside the components folder, and then we can find the todo.jsx. So the pattern is dot slash and components and slash then the to do. So we don't have to type the JSX, so it's not need the extension. Save the changes and see the error what we got in our output. There is error. Attempted import does not contain a default export. So this is the key. The to-do file does not contain a default export. So what is the error is? In our component to-do, here we have to hold a line export default to-do. So this class is need to be exported. So why it need to be exported? Well, we can have actually multiple class in a same file. We can have class person. We can add various kind of attributes for ID of a person and for name of a person, and we can go as well. So this class has two different components. Now what different is default for export that we have to specify by the line number 15. We can see export default to. So we told that we exporting the to do components from this class, from this file actually, not class. Okay, now we can see the output what we want. We just add the to do component. Inside the to do component there is a h1 tag, and hello, this is our very first component, and here we go. Hello, this is our very first component. Oh, well, do you understand so far?
Yeah.
Yep. So another guy, do you understand
Yes,
so far?
yes.
Okay, so this is a component. So how to create a component? If I want to create another component, what can I do? Please tell me.
You have to create a class.
So, where we can create a class?
Mm-hmm.
inside রেন্ডারের যেখানে আছে ওটার উপরে অথবা নিচে আর কি ওই কম্পোনেন্টের ভিতরে।
No, actually, I am asking for this is a component. This is our created component. I asking for create a new component like this. This is to do component. As I'm asking for create a brand new component like this.
ওকে,
So we can go the component
Oh,
folder and new file, and we can type another component dot JSX is must. You
mm,
can go with JX, but I prefer JSX because it's a modern approach. So what do you need to import? Import React, and inside the second bracket component. So why it's inside the second bracket? This is something detailed, something deep. Today we will not focus into any deep topic. We will just familiar with react.js. So just remember that here we have to put a second bracket component from the react file. Is that it? Yep, React file.
from না নাকি form?
From. Yeah, that's a mistake. So here we can create a class, name it another component. Okay, extends the component class, and the very first letter will must be capital. If it's not capital, it's not gonna work. So inside the class, we have to implement the render method, and inside the render method we can return whatever we want as a component. For example, h1, this is another component, and the final task is export the component from here. So we have to type export default another component. So how to use this component? The name is this component is just another component. Copy that and go to the index.js to do. There is only one component we can handle. So how to use the two component? In this stage we can use the app.js file. So I'm not gonna edit the index.js file. I will work with app.js file. So the index.js file is linked up with app.js file. This is inherited the only component app.js, and inside the app.js we can actually implement the both of todo.js and another component.jsx. So first of all, import those, import todo from dot slash components slash todo, and also import okay, I guess this is, yeah, from dot slash component slash another components. So we have two components. We don't need hello, and we can actually cut this off. Now for the to-do component we can just type the to-do, and for another component we can just type another components, and here we go. And we got an error. What's the error is? We have not to put any second bracket. That's it. So now we have two components. Hello, this is our very first component, and this is another component. So we have now two components. Is the component, the concepts of the component is clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Inside the another component, instead of put in the app component, we can also put that into the to-do component. So how do we put that?
Can you use any button there?
Yeah, we can use whatever we want.
Then now use
We can
button.
go, yeah, we can go there, but actually I am willing to clear the concept. Whenever you have two different tag, here we can see here is two different tag, then we were not able to manage those. So first of all, import the from where, yeah, first of all import this line in there and save this. We will got an error for the multiple line. If we have multiple line in a return statement, we have definitely use, okay, let it go without a bracket, but we have definitely use a single tag, a single div, or whatever you want, and we can put the multiple components inside the single component inside a div. Okay, now the to do components is containing another component. Still we have some error, so let me check what error we have. So some not cannot resolve components, another component. Okay, look at the folder destination system is wrong, because right now we are sitting on the components folder, so we have not to type the components, we have just type this. Yeah, the answer is same. What is the tiny things? Yeah, this is. So now we can create our to-do app. For our to-do app, what we can do, just delete this off, and we can use the bootstrap. So let me use that. Bootstrap, getting started. Bootstrap 4. Bootstrap 4. Yeah, here we go. Copy this and paste it. Okay, the link where we have to paste the link, and this is index.html file, like our old procedure. Inside the header section, I mean inside the head section, we have to put the link. Okay, so some other JavaScript links, copy those and paste it here. We're gonna look some change. Okay, we are gonna look some change. Div to one. See the season. Yes, changes. It will look better. Yep, the bootstrap is working, and we can use a button in there. Button class name to begin. Save that Okay, some click here button. Save that and see the training. Yep, this is the bootstrap button. All setup is done. Now class name container. So why I am typing class name again and again? So in React, it is a JavaScript framework, and JavaScript already has a keyword called class. So this is class. If this is also the class, they will conflict. So we have to name it as class name, not a single class, not like HTML or CSS. Just we have to write the class name, and we can put the class name in a container. Now we can add a div, or we can actually use a form have no any action. We can use input type text. Okay, class name equal to from control. This is bootstrap class. Label HTML for, we can make a ID for this one and call it to do field, not to field, not to field, it's to do field. Yeah, HTML for to do field. Add to do list, and we can add a button here, button, add. Oh, class name of this button will be button btn and btn primary. Okay, save this, and okay, this is horrible but nice. We can make this better by keeping inside a div, and we can just name this class name equal to row. And boom, here we go. So a little to-do list. So what I want to do actually, to do one and add, this will add to this, add here as a to-do item. So this is my target. Yep. For now, we can get a simple div here. Inside the div, we can get a paragraph. id equal to, okay, id equal to do list, and for this button we can add on action, or what do you call on action, right? Action or on click, yep, on click equal to add to do list handle. So this is pure JavaScript. This is nothing about React. I'm just showing the pure JavaScript. This is a simple class, simple method we're gonna implement here, and this is actually the pattern to call it inside a button. So why this is the pattern, we will know the detail later, but not today. So inside the method we can simply take the input from this input field, right? We can simply take this input by document.getElement by id.value. So we can say that var todo equal to document.getElement by id, and we can pass the todo field id in order to take the inputs and dot value. Not node value, just value. Okay. And we can add this into the P. So again, document dot get element by id of to do list dot inner HTML equal to do. Set the changes. Look what happens. So do one we add. So here we can see, but it's gone because of it's a form. So we have to remove the form tag. The form submission is automatically reload the page, so that's what happened. To do one and add. Yep, we can see the to do app in the paragraph section, and to do two we can see now the to do two, and to do three we can see now the to do three. But what is happening? This is supposed to be a list, but this always be a single element. We don't want to do this. So what we can do, we can actually keep a variable vious previous to do and store the previously stored to do's dot inner HTML. Okay, document document dot get element by ID. Yep. So we can add with the previous to do and to do into there. to do, add to do, to do two, add to do to do two. Okay, so how to fix that?
New line.
Any idea? Yep, we have to put a new line. So how we can put that? Just after adding the new to do, and let's see what happens. To do one, to do one, and to do two. Oh my god, what is this? To do three, to do four. So this is not adding the new line. Backslash n. Yep, backslash n. What's the problem? Any idea?
To do পরে
So okay. Not the new line. You say the new line. So I am sure that the basics of HTML is not very much clear to you. If I write I am a fool boy, I think HTML is work with new line. What will is it valid?
না
This is a single line for HTML. This is
yes
not
yes
a new line. Okay. So what can we do now? Any idea?
ই
This is
you can
actually
use
the
tag
yep. We have a tag, but what is the tag? Is what is the line breaker tag?
p
We can use the not t. The line breaker tag is br.
br
Yep.
এই তো কাজ করতেছে
Yep. 2 to 4. But what we done so far, nothing is about React. All are JavaScript classic codes, right? Document.get element by ID, and we have to write lots of things. Anything is not dynamic. So how we using React? Cut this off. Boom. Those are not useful in 2018. We will go with some modern approach. So there is a keyword called state in React. Just let me create a state and describe it later. A state and to do. To do, okay. To do. At first, let it be empty, and okay, not be empty, but to do one, and inside the p tag, inside the curly braces, we can use this state. We can use this state, but how to use this state? This dot state dot to do. So this is a state. This for the class. This state is situated in the class. So we have to type this keyword, this dot state. We have targeting the state of this class, and inside the state we have a to do property. So this dot state dot to do. What it will show? Any idea? So inside the paragraph tag, we're gonna see to do one. Let's check. Yep, to do one. So this is working, and we can use the state variable or state property, and we can use the curly braces to produce JavaScript variable or JavaScript property into the HTML tag. Is it clear? Whenever we want to use the JavaScript property into our HTML tag, then we have to put those into curly braces. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yep. So we have done for very first task. So to do have to be null for the first, actually not null, to do have to be empty for the very first, and we can make some change in our on click add to do list handle there. But we can change the state. So before that, to do document dot get. Oh, this is very much odd. Document dot get element by id. Oh, I forgot to put a equal to. Yep, get element by id, and the id is to do field. Copy and paste it here, and change the state. This dot set state. Just use the variable name to do and to do. So this to do is the state property from here, and this to do is our variable. So we can call it as t just for the simplicity. Yep. So what we are doing now, we just change the state. Whenever we click on the button, the state will be changed, and the state is situated in there. This is a mirror of this state. So whenever the state is changed, this word also be changed. So look into the output. To do one add, it's gone by totally. What's happening? Let's see the console. We have got a lots of error. So what's happening there? Let's see. Objects are not valid in React child. If you mean render collection, use array instead of use array instead of. Okay, let me check what I did. Okay, this is to do. Okay. This is not supposed to be the HTML element. This is the HTML element, right? Let me console this out. Console.log and the t. Let me print the t and see what's happening. If you run that to and okay, document.get element by id is produce the whole elements, the input elements for us. So how to take the value?
Not
We have
valid.
to,
Yeah.
yep,
Not
we have to
valid.
put the value dot value, and this will be definitely done. Now to do add boom to do, and probably we got some. Yep, this is the old problem, right? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. So we got the same problem here. Any idea how to fix that?
Actually, I can see that now because it's blurred totally.
Okay, you cannot see this. So we have another guy to answer this question. So it's just we have done before.
Oh yes, you have to break. Use the break. BR.
Beer. Okay, let's try the beer. Beer. What will happen with beer? Beer. Oh, sorry. To do. Okay, the beer.
Tag. Tag. BR tag আসলো.
Beer. Yeah, the beer is not working. So what can we do?
Break a slash. Can we slash
Slash.
slash BR?
Slash
Okay.
beer. Okay. Slash beer. That's not gonna work.
Okay.
Okay, this is a pure string, right? But this is not pure string. Um, that's the problem. Oh, seriously? Okay, forgot it. Whatever. So for the to-dos, we're gonna actually list. Uh, okay, let me clear these things, and the to-do will be a list. Not in here. The to-do will be a list, and whenever we got any t, we are gonna append this dot state dot list. Okay, to do list equal to this dot state dot to do, not but var the to do variable to do list dot append or something. So how to append in JavaScript list? Do you know?
JavaScript list. How to append.
Yeah, append append the T here. Yep, and to do list. I'm changing that with to do list and just console it out. Console dot
el dot
log.
inner HTML.
Yeah,
el dot inner HTML.
what is el dot inner HTML?
Okay, please continue.
this dot state dot to do. Just console that out and forgot about the p. That's not working. We will see that in a better way. So just see what happened. To do one. Oh, totally okay. There is no any method called append, not a append, not a function. What can we do? Actually, we can make the class equal. Oh, not here. Class equal to t. Is that gonna work? Yep, it's working. To do so. See, that's the matter.
Yes.
The the to do, and to do. Okay, we have still some error. So let it be to do list class equal to to do is a list. Okay, how to append something in JavaScript list? I forgot that. How to append JS list. Array push or something, but JavaScript append new item. Hey, user this push this dot users dot push this dot user. Okay, can we use the push method? Push method. To do list dot um, push the to do list. This dot is dot to do. Okay. Yep, this is working. So the method is to do. So can you see
Yes.
the list is growing up? To do one, to do two, to do three, and to do four. Yep, the list is growing up. So our concept is from the list, from each of the items into the list, we have to generate actually not one, but we have to generate multiple to-do list into here. So React will help us, or I can simply code JavaScript ES6 or ES7 and inside a div I can just use a calibraces and this dot. Okay, not so much. This dot state dot to do dot map, and for every element inside the map we can actually return paragraph p in the p, and inside the p we can use yep element. This is nothing but the JavaScript syntax. We were familiar this map method in Python. Is in JavaScript. This is very much similar. We are looping into the to-do list. State.todo.map, and every element inside the to-do list, we are pointing that element with E. And for every element, we will map this element with this paragraph tag, and inside the paragraph tag the E will be written and the closing tag. So that's the matter. Now let's see what will happen. P object. This is a object. Okay, so how to fix that? This is not gonna work, right? Div. Okay, any idea? This is a list, and everyone is not telling about the UL and LI concept. I'm just again tell again and again. This is a list.
Yes.
Why we are using these with P? So your HTML knowledge have to be increased. UL and
Main
every
problem is
single.
if I
Yep.
see for 1 second and that ঝাপসা হয়ে যায় আর 30 সেকেন্ডের জন্য এই হলো সমস্যাটা।
Japsha and for the another person, what's the problem?
another person কি আছে সজাগ? মনে হয় তো না। হ্যালো,
He
Harshit,
is in the call, but where is she?
maybe
Hi, the another person.
ঘুম নাকি?
She is silent.
সে ঘুমিয়ে গেছে।
Okay, UL and LI, we can map this dot state dot to do dot map, and for every map element E will be wrapped into use a special syntax, but I cannot find that. Okay, here it is. And not this one. Yep. LI. No, this is not gonna work. Okay. LI plus yep. but I am not so much confident. Let's see. Yeah, so something is wrong. Concentration is breaking. List. I'm just gonna search for the React list items. Uh, okay, how to show ULLI by mapping React list and keys. Okay, how render an array object in React. Okay, so here we can see. Oh, the mistake is this single this double quotation. There is no any quotation marks. So, React up. Okay. To do. Yep. Here we go. There is not any plus, minus, etc. A simple code li, the li tag, and the property we want to show. Okay. To do one. To do two. Yeah. To do three. Yep. Four. This is working, but what if we want to treat this to-do item as another component, another new component? So
This
we can
dot.
dot.
Are you creating dot? No.
No, actually, I want to treat this new item as a new component. For now, it is just a new list item, right? But I want to treat this as a new component. So this is your task, to make this a new component and somehow pass this value to this new component and show in here. So the hint is this file is not gonna change, just into this uh, little place. Here you will add your custom component. For example, you can add here the, if your component name is item, you can add the item tag in here, and for every element inside the list of to do. So now it's empty, but whenever user adds something and click the add button, the list will grow up, right?
Yes.
The list will grow up, and for every item in the list, this item will shown in instead of this one. So this is your task. Think about this, try this, and stay tuned with React. Okay.
Okay.